Journaling is the vehicle that will help you discover who you are or rediscover who you are, and be more aware of who you are, what you do, why you are the way you are, why you act the way you act, why you feel the way you feel, okay? And all of those things are very, very, very important for our emotional well-being, for our happiness, for our evolution, to be able to manifest the things that we want, to be able to communicate what we want, okay? Those things are very important, all right? What's up, queens, kings, ladies, gents, people who hold themselves accountable and people who do not jump to the defense? How y'all doing on this beautiful Tuesday? I hope you queens and kings, because I know y'all kings be out there. I know y'all be checking out the All Queens Army content. But anyway, how y'all doing today? I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. If not, by the time you finish this video, I hope I put a little bit of love and a little bit of happiness into your life. We have a super duper fun topic today, queens. I'm going to be talking about what is journaling, okay? Explaining to you guys what journaling actually is, because you've probably heard journaling. Everybody's talking about journaling. It's like one of those hot topics right now, and you hear about all different types of journals. So we're going to be talking about that today. Before we get started, I want to introduce myself really quick for any of the queens who do not know who I am. My name is Breezy Time. I am the life coach behind allqueensarmy.com and the All Queens Army podcast, and obviously the All Queens Army YouTube channel. So let's talk about journaling and what it is, okay? Journaling is a form of documenting. It is where you get a notebook or a journal or a notepad or whatever it is that you want to write on. Some people don't like to physically write, so they have like either a digital journal, or they use their notes section, or they use email, or they use a Word document, or any other document that you can type out notes or words in to save them. That is considered journaling, okay? So anything where you are transferring data, okay? Where you're transferring data, where you're transferring thoughts, where you're transferring ideas, where you're transferring dreams, where you're transferring, you know, anything that's happening in your mind, and you are putting it on a piece of paper, or you're typing it somewhere and you're saving it digitally, that is journaling, okay? So there are so many different types of journals and different reasons why people journal, and I'm telling you, it is one of the life hacks that I talk about all the time on the All Queens Army podcast and on the allqueensarmy.com platform, because journaling is literally something that completely changed my life, going from a place where I was completely unproductive to a place where I'm super productive. Also going from a place where I struggled with self-love, and I struggled with understanding who I was, and I struggled with my confidence, to using journaling for self-discovery and self-reflection, and now knowing how to love myself and value myself and being able to manifest the life that I want. I'm telling you, queens, I will scream from the rooftops every day of my life until my lips are purple and I am blue in the face about how much journaling can change your life. Okay, so I am a firm believer in journaling. So here's another benefit, in my opinion, of journaling. Journaling, in my opinion, is the first step at manifesting something from a thought, an idea, a hope, or dream to making it real. And here's why I say that, okay? When something is in your mind, when it's a thought, when it's an idea, when it's a dream, when it's an ambition, when it's something that you want to either do or have or experience or whatever, I'm just talking about the things that you think about, right? The things that you may want to do, experience, love, whatever. Any of those things, once you take it from your mind and you put it on something physical, and you put it on something tangible, something that you can touch, something that you can feel. And again, it doesn't matter whether you write it down on a piece of paper or you put it in your phone or put it in your computer. As long as it's something tangible, something real, you transferring it from some place in your mind and putting it on something real, in my opinion and from my experience, is the very first step to making it real, to making your thought, your idea, a physical thing, okay? Something that you can touch, because now you've written it down. So for me, journaling is also a form of manifesting. Some people may disagree with that. I don't really care. It's my opinion based on my experiences with journaling. Now, I have been journaling now for probably about 5 years. I've been journaling, and I've been an avid journaler for the past 3 years. Like, I've really got into it more and more and more, okay? So that's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. To me, it is the first step of manifesting. Here's another benefit of journaling. Accountability. It's so wonderful. Anyone who knows me knows that I love accountability. Accountability is where you are bossing yourself around. You are holding yourself accountable. You are taking ownership of yourself, of your life, of the things that you're experiencing, of what's happening. And when you learn how to be accountable to yourself, baby, you can do anything. You can change the course of your life. You can change the trajectory and the direction that different areas of your life are going through. Baby, I love accountability, okay? Because once I learned accountability, completely shifted my life, and journaling helps with accountability. Let me tell you why journaling helps with accountability. I'm kind of skipping ahead, but this is really important. Journaling helps with accountability because, again, most of the time we know that there are things that we need to do, or things that we want to do, or steps that we need to take, or responsibilities that we need to handle, right? But there's so many things going on in life. There's so many responsibilities and so many things going on in your life that if you don't write down the things that you need to do, inevitably you're going to forget. Okay, the days come and go so fast. You may look and say, oh, you know what, this isn't due, or I don't have to do this for 3 weeks or a month. Right in that moment, it seems like you have plenty of time, but those 3 weeks or that month comes and goes so fast. So if you don't transfer that idea or that responsibility or that task from your mind to something tangible, to give you a date for when it needs to be done, to remind you on a certain date or at a certain time that you need to start, then it'll flutter away from your mind, especially if it's something you don't really want to do, because most of the time the things we don't want to do, and you chuck them to the back of your mind, and then you think about it the day after it's due or the day before, and now you're in a panic, okay? So I'm telling you that when you write it down, and you give it a date, and you give it a time, that's kind of sort of a to-do list, and we'll talk about that in a second, but I'm telling you, queens, it will change your life. It is so powerful. It is so powerful. So another benefit of journaling is self-discovery and self-awareness. Now, remember when we were little, I don't know, it depends on how old y'all are, okay? But when I was little, a lot of kids used to write in diaries. I used to have a little pink diary that had a little lock on it, and I used to write in my diary. It was almost like a sacred, secret place as a young girl that I was able to write what I felt, what I was going through. It was literally like a little best friend that you could tell things to that you didn't want to say out loud, or you didn't want to say to anyone else. Now, that may seem a little weird. I don't care if you guys think it's weird, but that's what my diary was for me. It was a little lock on it. It was super cute. My mom bought it for me. I loved it. I feel like as adults, we kind of get away from doing things like that, right? We kind of get away from writing down our innermost thoughts, writing down our vulnerabilities, writing down our fears, identifying emotionally what's going on within us. And a lot of times we just, you know, we have so many things going on, and we have so many responsibilities that we don't take the time to kind of dump all of that stuff that we feel, that we think, all of the extra pressure, all of the emotions, all of the hurts, all of the pains, all of the things that are going on inside of us that can be difficult to deal with and difficult to muddle through. We just keep carrying it, and we add more and more and more. Journaling is actually so wonderful for self-reflection and self-discovery, because in our day-to-day, we wind up losing who we are because we're just going through the day, taking on so much, and you just keep taking in more stuff, and you're not pulling it out. Okay, you're not taking it out, you're not dumping it, and that's why people feel so overwhelmed, and also why you start to not even know who you are anymore, because you're not taking the time with yourself to deal with who you are, to deal with what's going on inside of you, okay, to address your emotions. And when you write down in a diary format what you feel, what you're going through, what's happening in your day-to-day, you're allowing yourself to see yourself outside of yourself. See, when all of those emotions and feelings are happening in here, inside of us, right? Because that's where we feel the emotions. They're happening inside. We aren't really able to sit with them, to identify with them, to experience them, because they are in us. They're here, okay? Most of the time you need things to kind of be outside of you so that you can experience it, right? Like in other words, looking in a mirror. Well, the mirror is here. Okay, so for you to see yourself, you have to have something in front of you to be able to see. You can't see yourself if you're in yourself. Make sense? I know it sounds weird, but I'm telling you, queens, it is so powerful. I will say this to the ends of the earth. It is super powerful, okay? So think about this, okay? Your emotions, everything you're going through, your feelings, who you truly are deep down inside, what you want, what you long for, what you need truly deep down inside is in you. So it's hard if it's in you to see it, just like you can't see yourself when you are yourself. So when you take those emotions, those thoughts, those feelings, all of that stuff in you, and you transfer it to something outside of you, to something tangible, then what you can do, you can read it. You can experience it. Now you actually can physically go into it because you pulled it out of you. Okay, and that's why I say self-discovery and self-awareness is so beautiful, and you can get there by journaling. Journaling is the vehicle that will help you discover who you are or rediscover who you are, and be more aware of who you are, what you do, why you are the way you are, why you act the way you act, why you feel the way you feel, okay? And all of those things are very, very, very important for our emotional well-being, for our happiness, for our evolution, to be able to manifest the things that we want, to be able to communicate what we want, okay? Those things are very important, all right? So just so you all know, I am a journal junkie. Okay, I love to journal. I have, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 of my journals. I actually have more. I only bought 5 pounds today. But let me tell you like different types of journaling you can do. I'm gonna go through a list, and this isn't all of them. This is just like the most popular types of journaling that people do today, okay? So I'm gonna go through a list really, really quick. Okay, so the first one is a to-do list journal. It is my very, very favorite type of journal. I have my to-do list journal here. It is my notebook. I write a date on a page every single day, and I write down bullet points of things that I need to do. So that's one type of journal. Another type of journal is a gratitude journal, and this is actually my gratitude journal. My gratitude journal is a place for me to write. I do it every day, well, Monday through Friday, and I write down the things that I'm grateful for, the things that I'm thankful for. A gratitude journal is so very powerful. If you guys want to know why it's powerful or what it is exactly, there's another video talking about it, okay? If you want to take a look at that and know more about it, because I know gratitude journal is something that everybody's talking about right about now, and it is super duper powerful. If you want to know more about that, there's a link down in the description of the video, and you can check out that video, okay? Okay, so here's another type of journal. Like I said, diary. I just talked about that. A diary is a great, 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 great journal. I just talked about it, but you can use it for diary. You can also use journaling to take care of your bills, to take care of your finances, and to write down your budget. You can do a journal for self-reflection, which I just talked about. You can do a food journal. Some people do food journals, especially if they're trying to diet or they're trying to watch their weight or not eat over a certain number of calories or a certain number of carbohydrates or something like that. You can use journals for travel, okay, to document where you want to go, or to even document what you experienced, what you saw during your travels. You can use journaling for prayers. There's a lot of people who have prayer journals where they write out their prayers every single day. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and a way to kind of keep track of the things that you're talking to God or the universe about, whatever you believe. You can use journaling to research projects. That helps you to keep everything that you need for a project in one place, so that you're writing down what you're learning, you're writing down what you need, you're writing down the equipment that you need, or the tools or anything else that you need. It's a really, really, really good way to deal with things like that. You can also use journals for exercise and workout. Exercise and workout journals are great for people who are trying to keep track of the exercises that they're doing, the number of calories that they're burning. Remember, journaling is documenting. It's documenting what you need to do, what you've already done. It's something that you can go back and revisit. That's the whole purpose of it, is so that you have something that's tracking something. So using it to document a journey of your food, or a journey of your workouts, or a journey of your weight loss is a great, great use of a journal. Another type of journal is an idea journal. Now I have an idea journal right here. Anytime I have an idea for a business or anything, it doesn't even have to be a business, just some sort of an idea that pops into my mind, I get a ton of ideas all through the night, all through the day, and if I don't write them down, I'm gonna forget them. So I have an idea journal. It's just a place for me to write down all of the ideas that I have. I don't do all of them. I used to, y'all. I used to just try to do every idea I have. Now I just write them down, and then I can go back and take a look at them, and if I wanna pull something out of the idea tank, I've got it written down, okay? Now, the last one that I have is a poetry journal. I know a lot of people who love to write poetry who use journaling as a way to write out their poetry. So that's all of the different types of journals that I would say are the most popular. But truth of the matter is, you can journal whatever you want, whenever you want, any type of journal. I love it. I'm telling you, it is life-changing. It is so therapeutic. It feels so amazing. So really quick, let me give you guys one really quick tip, and it's going to be the best thing anyone has ever told you in your life, okay? Go buy a journal. Go buy a journal and just start writing in it. Commit to writing in your journal at least every other day for 10 or 15 minutes. Don't try to worry about what you're gonna write in it. Don't focus too much on having something to write, okay? Let it be authentic. Let it be genuine. Just grab the pen and just let your hand write whatever is coming to your mind. I'm telling you, queens, it is a beautiful thing. You never know what that's going to turn into, okay? And like I said, if you want to know a little bit more about specific types of journals, I'm going to put the link down in the description. There's a couple of different podcast episodes that I've recorded, as well as blog articles that I have written that talk about journaling even further, okay? If you want to know more. Also, I talk about how to utilize journaling to change your life and give you step-by-step direction on it in a couple of different courses in the Life Hack headquarters over on the All Queens Army platform, okay? So I'll also put the link down below for that if you want to check that out, all right? But if you do nothing else, go buy a journal, okay? You can even get a journal on the All Queens Army website if you're interested in that, okay? But bottom line, get a journal, make it work for you, just start writing. If you don't like physically writing, like I said, open up a Word doc, open up Google Docs, open up your notes in your phone. I don't care what you do, just start documenting. All right, queens, I hope you enjoyed that. If you found this video helpful at all, please make sure, yes, you subscribe to the All Queens Army channel. I drop videos every Tuesday, okay, where we're talking about something that is going to help you and change your life, okay? So I love you so much, queens. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I see you next Tuesday. If you want to listen to the All Queens Army podcast, where I'm a lot more raw, honey. Sometimes I be dropping a little cuss words and stuff because I get super passionate about what I'm talking about. But if you're interested, the link to the podcast is also below in the description if you want to check out the All Queens Army podcast, okay? So with that being said, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something, and I hope you start journaling. I'm telling you, y'all gotta start journaling now. It's life-changing, okay? All right, I will talk to you guys next Tuesday, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for listening in. Love you, bye.